Hello, so today our topic is dividing integers. Our essential question is, how do I divide integers? So before we start talking about the rules of dividing integers, we need to look at what is division? How do you divide in general? So you could think of division as the opposite operation of multiplication. So think about how many times the second number can go into the first number. That's one way to think of it. Or you could think of it as what can you multiply the second number by to get the first number? So for instance, if you're dividing 12 divided by 6, you would think how many times can 6 either go into 12, or you could think of it as 6 times what will get you 12. This is similar to the way that we solve diamond problems from earlier in the chapter. So let's try some example problems. So let's say we have 8 divided by -4. I need to think how many times can 4 go into 8? Or I would look at it as 4 times what number will get me to 8? I know that that answer is 2. We're also going to go over those rules. They're similar to the multiplication rules. Positive and a negative give us a negative answer. And then I'm going to do the same thing for the problem to the right. We have negative 72 divided by -9. So we need to think how many times does 9 go into 72 evenly, or we can think of it as 9 times what number will get us to 72. I know that that answer is 8 times. So then I need to think a negative divided by another negative, the answer should be positive. So then I'm going to leave it as 8. So now let's go over the rules. Like I mentioned before, the division rules are very similar to the multiplication rules, almost exactly the same. You need to think of as a positive divided by another positive number will give you a positive number. A negative number divided by a negative number will also give you a positive answer. A positive divided by a negative is a negative answer. And finally, a negative divided by a positive will get you a negative answer. What I want you to realize is that division can be written in multiple ways. You can have it where there's an actual division symbol, like you see here in this problem. You can also see it written as a fraction. So when you have a fraction bar, -72 in the numerator and then -9 in the denominator, this looks like just a fraction, but that also represents division. The fraction bar also represents division. So to conclude, to answer our essential question of how do I divide integers? In summary, you need to divide integers by having to find out how many times the second number can go into the first number. Or you could realize how many times what number do I have to multiply the second number by to get to the first number? Whichever way you like to think of it, that's how you can do division. And then after you finish dividing, if they have the same sign, the answer should be positive. If they have different signs, the answer is negative. So we talked about that in multiplication, that if you have the same sign, so both of the signs of the question are positive or both negative, your answer should be positive. If it's mixed match, so one number is positive, the other is negative, or vice versa, then your final answer should be negative. So if you need to review this again, please rewatch this video. Don't forget to post your notes. Thank you very much. Have a good day.